questions. Everyone's here.
So as mentioned, Razor will just give you a quick squad update, say a few words, and then we'll fire into questions following that.
Thanks, cheers, Juliet. Firstly, just a wee shout out to the Black Ferns making into the finals, and 50 the best from Porsche. How good. Awesome to see that. Also, squad update, obviously, Timothy, Jim the Bus has broken his radius. He's got an operation today. He's going to be out for 12 weeks. So we've brought in Lester Whanganuku into the squad. He arrived last night. Yeah. Any other questions on top of that? Thank you.
Razor, bit of an injury crisis, isn't there? Squad depth being tested? Yeah,
there is, especially in the halfbacks. Xavier Rose obviously come in. He's a trusted pair of hands, got a good boot on him as well, so he'll come in as cover. But every team goes through injuries. We just got in one spot, one position, and it's contact sport, so things are going to happen.
How's the group kind of regrouped after that loss to Argentina?
Officially owned it. We had a good session, realised the standard that we need to get to, and we've just got to get better, acknowledge it, and then focus on this week. So use what we learned from the week before. It hurt. It hurt a lot, and so look, our focus has gone to this week and exciting week against the Box.
Scott, you haven't ruled Cortez out. He's got a rib fracture, so he must be extremely doubtful, right?
Yeah, he's going to go to the wire on that, so we're going to give him every opportunity. It's pretty important. He's obviously played sore after the game, that's the last 10 minutes in that game, but he's tough. It's one great thing about Cortez, we'll give him every opportunity to play.
You've got two uncapped guys, I guess, your next cabs off the rank, and Kyle and Xavier's obviously come in. If they had to play either or both, are you confident that they could kind of step up to that level?
Well, that's why they're here. That's why they're here, Mark. I think it's important. That's why we brought Kyle in, and he's done his time. Get an opportunity. You've got to back him.
Rose, did you have to get any sort of board approval or anything like that to get Lester into the squad?
Well, first he got the eligibility rules. The first thing is he was here for pre-season for Tasman, played all the games, and then he asked for the board if he's ticked the eligibility, and they said yes, it's good to go.
How impressed have you been with what you've seen from him, I suppose, coming back from a couple of years in France and into Tasman? Yeah,
he's a great power athlete, isn't he? And holds his feet beautifully, tracks defenders, and he's played really well. We're really pleased that he's come straight back into the fold and performed at the highest level.
Do you see him being an option straight away this week, or do you look to those original squad members in the first instance?
Everyone's eligible to get picked. That's why they're here. So the good thing about with Lester, he can play multiple positions. So
what do you see him more as these days? More of a midfielder that can play wing, or the other way around?
Probably that way, yeah. I think he's played a lot more centre over there, but he's a hell of a winger as well. He played a lot of 12 as well, so he's covered a few different positions, and the experience over there certainly improved his game in some areas.
How ready is Kyle for Test Rugby if he plays this week? Preston?
Kyle, look, we're really impressed with him around the finals footy. He's always stepped up to every occasion that he's had and opportunity he's had. And the next one could be on the biggest stage. So we've got him ready over the last 3 to 4 weeks to be ready for it. So we'll back him.
And what have you made of Finn's performances when he's played in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, Finn, Finn is experienced. We know what we're going to get with him. He's reliable, he's tough, some good turnovers. He likes that stage. He's good that he's played a bit and straight back into our system, yeah.
Scott, there's a lot of talk about the form of both teams coming into this test, but given the magnitude and given everything around this test, how important is form in a game like this? Is it irrelevant?
Yeah, I think it's on the night, eh? Yeah. Probably, like you're saying, no one was out and out at the best on their game, and that probably just adds to the occasion. Look, we've had some parts of our game that have been awesome, and then some parts that we have to get better at, and it just hasn't quite all come together, and it's a good week to get it to make it happen.
And for you as a coach, does this feel like the most significant week of your tenure so far?
Yeah, I think this press conference sort of covers that off for sure. One place two in the world, all eyes are watching. It's pretty exciting for us as a country. We've got a record that we are really proud of, and we'll play for.
And can you give us a sense of why Eden Park is so special? It's an extraordinary record, we all acknowledge that.
Yeah.
What makes it that special place?
The deeds that have been shown on it, the amount of honour and the respect that's been shown each time you run out there. And then obviously that's just added to that legacy, and every team's got a role and an opportunity to add to it, and ours is this week.
And what have the Boks shown you in the first 2 rounds that's different to what you saw last year?
They'll chance their hand and then go back to their DNA. So it's coming. We know it's coming, and that's all part of it. That's all part of the game. Rugby's a game of strengths, and they've got theirs, and we've got ours. 2 different styles. We'll play, and we'll back our skills, and they back their skills as well, which is a strength, and got them a lot of trophies.
What have you made of them trying to find the fit between a particular game of rugby and the one that actually worked for them?
It's a fine line, isn't it? Because they played some great footy, and there was a moment in a test match, a couple of bounces and momentum went the other way. So, look, either way, they've got the skill set to do it, and what do you want to back and believe in? And that's the thing about them. We expect anything. They're a very innovative group. So, what comes along on the weekend, you got to prepare for what's in front of you.
And just on the record,
Sorry.
just on the record, in particular, how big of a talk has it been within the teams in the team setup regarding the Eden Park?
Eden Park.
Yeah, how often are you guys talking about it?
We talk about it with a lot of care. We understand the figures, the history, the facts, and the occasion, and that creates enough edge in itself. Human bodies gets prepared by how the mind thinks, and that occasion, and half of New Zealand are coming to it. It's pretty amazing. Every time we talk to someone, they feel like you're tuning up. So you can't go anywhere here, and realise the magnitude of it. So we're well aware of all what's in front of us.
Razor, how much pressure are you feeling this week?
Well, there's always pressure. It's part of the job, the role and the responsibility. There's a lot of power in that pressure. There's a lot of focus that can come from it. So that's our attention on a performance now. That's my job as a head coach to make sure we get it all lined up so perform on Saturday.
What would hurt more, losing at Eden Park or losing at Division?
We'll focus on the job in front. Thank you.
Scott, you just want to go back to the biggest test of your coaching career. Are you nervous about this week? And so how do you actually deal with all of that's coming as well?
Human. So your mind goes, there's a bit of future thinking that goes on, and where it could be and what happened, but then also, your job's to be right here. So I've drawn on my experience as coaching over the years, and what's really important, what wins games, my job is to set this team up to perform on Saturday night. So that's it, but you always take a couple of deep breaths and realise the stakes there in hand, and get on with it, step forward.
I don't want to bring the cloak of doom onto it, but a lot of past All Blacks, I'm quoting people like Sean Fitzpatrick, Zinzan Brooklyn, spoke about a fear of losing, and that being that as a motivation. Does that come into your way of thinking at all? You've been obviously a great past player as well as being a coach of the All Blacks. That fear of losing.
Yeah, that's natural, because the history and the stats show that, and there's a lot of power and fear as well, get your body ready, you know, for survival, and it's the most human thing you can do. We're here to protect something. So, yeah, of course there's a little bit of fear element, and that's part of being human.
Does preparing for the South Africans, how much of a team selection game plan that is affected by the different challenge that they actually bring, as opposed to the last couple of games that you've coached?
Yeah, you look at their strengths and you think where they're going to go. We know that, and what's the way for us to take that as an opportunity? Where's our skill set? What's required from our players? How do we set them up during the week? So yeah, there's a little bit of, you know, pick for the match, pick for the opposition, but also keep a bit of cohesion.
And finally, when you talk about this pressure and walking towards it, there won't be a single person that you bump into in Auckland over the next few days that doesn't talk about this game. Do you welcome that, or do you have to spend time away from all of that? How's the best way to deal with that for you?
Well, there's a swimming pool over there, so I'll just do a few extra
there,
links.
right?
I love it. I enjoy that, you know, I enjoy that, the connection piece. That's part of the job. You know, when you got Kiwis talking about this test match and how much it means to it, fills you. So you embrace it. I'm not walking the streets, put it that way, but definitely not. But I, you know, you embrace those little moments, and the connection piece reaffirms how important this team is and this game is.
Scott, you got Sir Wayne Smith coming in
Yeah.
this week. What are you hoping to get from him this week, personally for yourself and for the team?
Yeah, Sir Wayne has been locked away in the calendar for all year. This is the one he, as all of us have noted, and yeah, he's good. He's just got so much wisdom, 30 odd years in the business, at the top level, and just little bits of gold really, and you thought about this and remember this, and when I was here and we did this, and so those are the great things that you hear from someone that, like an old Koro'o, that knows his way around test footy.
He used to wear the old turtle shell at training, help with the highball stuff. Are you going to out there?
No, I think he's retired from that. He's retired from that side of it, but no, he's great to have here, and the boys, we all respect him.
And how much extra highball work do you do? Do you do any extra work, or what did you see in that last Pumas game that you can work on with the highball?
Yeah, we'll modify and correct technique and make sure we keep being brave, keep going for it, and back ourselves. So we'll get the balance of the week of the reps.
Scott, there's a lot of people talking about the form of your wings.
Yeah.
As a coach and as a selector, how do you balance, I guess, faith and bodies of work going back to with current form and what you've seen the last few tests? I mean, how will you balance that this week as you figure out how to, I guess, improve your play?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. Your loyalty is a big part of me and who I am, and your faith and trust in people, but we just got to perform, doesn't matter what position it is and who you are. So that's a general, for all of us, you know, team first, we talk about it, team black, and your performance is a key. So it's the balance of the two. But I'm well aware of, you know, everyone's form, and there's always conversations to make sure people are kept accountable, and their job is to perform, and just like me.
Was Caleb just not quite right? You didn't think for this week to be available?
We wanted to give him a couple of games to get him his rhythm and time. He hasn't played much rugby. So, you know, one game, we felt 2 games was going to be enough for him before we brought him back in to give himself some contact and opportunities to play himself into some good form.
Do you need to send,
Last couple of questions.
do you need to send reminders out about discipline this week, or is it sort of well known already after that second test in RG?
Yeah, now fair question. I think the first thing is you've got to acknowledge that yellow card or not a yellow card, it's a yellow card. It's an interpretation of it, and we acknowledge that our individual self-control is critical, and it can swing test matches, and we're all got to be better there.
Razor, did you watch the game last night, and did anyone particularly